Hello, everybody, and welcome to the We Know the Traitors podcast over here on RHAP. I'm your host, the Duke of Deception, and we are on a journey of our own on the road to Traitors US Season 3. And we are talking about every person on the show once a day on the lead up. And we're here today to talk about Dorinda Medley from the Housewives franchise. And joining me as the expert, as the storyteller, the historian, to Dorinda, giving us the insight to who she may be. It is the one and only Maggie Morgan. Maggie, how you doing?
I'm doing so great, Pooya. I don't even want to say clip, clip, clip. If people love Dorinda, they'll know exactly what I mean. I'm ready to get into it. I'm ready to tell you all about her, and I'm ready to go.
You know, I'm very excited because this project is fun to me because I'm genuinely coming in not knowing a lot of these people, and at least getting to talk to y'all. I get an insight into who this person is. I get a bit of an understanding before I even get to meet them. So I think we're gonna have a fun time here with that.
Yes. Okay. I have a question before we begin
Mhm.
because it will affect a lot of what I think about how well Dorinda's going to do on this show.
Okay.
Is there like an alcohol limit that they give these people? Like, is it like only like one
Oh,
drink a night, or do they give them free reign?
I don't think this is Big Brother style where they're like, all right, here's a six pack to divvy up amongst 18 people. I don't think that happens. To my knowledge, that bar looks like it's relatively open. I do not think there is a drink limit.
So like, but like, it's not like a challenge house where they're like, you know what I mean, like ripping shots all the
They're
time.
not clubbing at night. No,
Okay,
that's not happening. I
okay.
mean, these are all grown adults who are probably
I
gonna
guess
have like
so.
three, four
Like
drinks
the
post.
reason that I asked is like I don't remember Brandy getting like overly sloppy, and I feel like you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't, like, drunkenly screaming at anyone season 1, I don't
No,
remember.
she
She was,
was
like,
also
yelling at people, but
short-lived there, I feel like. I don't think she even made it that far in, if I remember correctly.
yeah, so that's just my because like, I thought I saw randomly somewhere that people were like, "You only get, like, 1 or 2 drinks," and if that's the case, I think that Dorinda will fare better. Um,
Okay, so it's a performance enhancing substance for her.
yes, I would say so, but as Carol said, when Dorinda's bad, she is so good.
Okay, so I'm intrigued to learn more about Dorinda here and see what she is all about. So this is who we're talking about. Dorinda,
Mhm.
who comes from, I believe, the Real Housewives of New York, was on
Yep.
the show for 5 seasons
Mhm.
and is making her debut in the Traitors Manor. So
Yes.
the first question I want to ask you, Maggie, before you even tell us who Dorinda is, what was your reaction to seeing Dorinda on this cast?
Oh, I was so excited. I mean, in
Okay.
terms of, like, if you're listing housewives that you wanna see on this show, like, she's one of them. But
Okay.
absolutely, absolutely. Like, she is going to bring the entertainment factor 1000%. The thing that you have to know about Dorinda is she has this iconic home called Bluestone Manor. It's in the Berkshires, and it is a trader's castle. Like, it's
Okay.
gigantic. It's, like, all of these iconic Real Housewives of New York fights have happened there. There's this episode where basically everyone gets in a fight with each other, and Dorinda like is hosting them all at the manor, and everybody gets into a fight with each other, and it just devolves, and Dorinda has this meltdown where she
Oh,
says, I cooked all day, I made it nice, and like because nobody is having fun, and she is a host, like she is going to be at home in the Traitors Castle running around. She's going to be like, this is just like what I have in the Berkshires. Like, it's very much her vibe.
okay. So she has a house, she has a
Uh-huh.
manor that
Mhm.
she hosted them at, but it's not like, because listen, I'm about to sound very stupid, Maggie, so bear
Mhm.
with me. Uh, the Housewives franchise, they don't all stay in one house, right? It kind of just follows their
No.
lives as they go
Yes,
along. Okay.
but every season they go on at least 1 or 2 trips because
That
obviously
makes
all the
sense.
drama happens when they're on trips.
Okay.
So, some like and usually it's like one person plans the trip and like so they'll go to Dorinda's house in the Berkshires rather than like, sometimes they go on tropical vacations, the whole 9, but like and there's always in Housewives, it's like they go to the house and the person hosting passes out the rooms. And if you get the best room, then they like you, the whole nine. But there's a lot of action that's happened there because the housewives have been on trips there.
Okay. All right. Okay. So she comes in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
What season number does she make her entry in? Because I have to
I
imagine this
want to
franchise has
say
been going before that.
8. Like
Okay.
I want to say like hold on, let me look it up, but I want to say like 7 or 8. When you watch just like in succession, they all blend together. So
Mhm.
but I want to say like 7 or 8.
7. It says 7. Okay.
Okay, yeah. But so when she comes on the show, she lost her husband in 2011, I want to say.
Mhm.
His name was Richard. They had like a very wonderful marriage. He passed away. She doesn't really talk about like what happened, but there's this beautiful sequence where she's in confessional saying like getting to care for him at the end of his life was such a gift. Um, and this is part of like I've been talking to some of my friends who are like true housewives historians because I just have like kind of, I watched later and like I wasn't watching in real time, etc. And I
Mhm.
spoke to my friend Danielle today and she was like, I just really feel like Dorinda is somebody who has such a strong like moral sense of who she is because like
Okay.
Richard was like a specific type of person, so she's a specific type of person. And like I'm not certain that like the deception and the lying is what Dorinda's going to be like cut out for.
Interesting. So sounds like you're gonna put her in the faithful column. She'll probably end up in that spot.
I think the thing is the producers will understand who Dorinda is a fun traitor hunter. Like she's going to take the people who die personally. She is going to make it her mission to go after and find these traitors. Like she is the type of Danielle compared her to me today when we were talking about it. She was like, she's the type of person who like you play Monopoly with her and she catches you stealing a little extra money from the bank and she literally will not let it go the rest of the night. Like
Oh,
she'll be
she
like,
would hate me.
I'll never look at you the same ever again. Like, I can't believe we're doing this. And because she has like her own specific set of like rules that she abides by. And I do think like putting her as a traitor, like she's not like Phaedra last season
Mhm.
was the perfect housewives traitor because Phaedra on her housewife seasons like did traitor like things. Like she
Okay.
created wild rumors. Literally there was like a season long thing in Atlanta where there's this rumor going around that nobody knew where it came from and it like kind of ruined Candy's life and then it came out at the reunion like Phaedra had lied about it and like literally that's why she got kicked off the show. But she's somebody who clearly is a good liar, really good like very interesting, fun, like we'll have fun with it, etc. Dorinda's not really that person. And I do think Dorinda is somebody that like let's say Boston Rob is a traitor. I think Dorinda's somebody that Boston Rob either he's gonna hate her and be like, we gotta get her
Mhm.
out, she's annoying, or he's gonna be like, and you come sit right next to me, babe. I'll protect you. Like I think that's the level of player we're looking at with Dorinda.
Okay, so Dorinda, if I'm getting all this correctly, has a moral code that she follows.
Hmm.
If you stole money from the bank at Monopoly, which half my properties are bankrolled by the stolen money from the Monopoly bank, she would not let it go.
Hmm.
Okay, she can't really lie like that. Okay, so she's coming from a franchise that I feel like for the layman, those of us that don't really watch it, we're like, it's all fights, arguments, beef. So if she's not lying, how is she getting involved in the beef?
Well, she doesn't like it when people lie on her.
Ah,
And she doesn't like it
okay.
when
Oh
people lie on
no.
each other. Like
Okay.
and also, like I said at the top, Dorinda can get a little sauced. Like there have been when there's this iconic scene where Dorinda and Sonia get in a fight at a restaurant, a very public, loud fight. And Dorinda starts going from across the table drunk in like the middle of the day in this Italian restaurant in the Bronx to Sonia at the table. Clip, 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 like telling her to shut up,
Yeah.
basically. And one of the other housewives in her confessional says, when Dorinda's bad, she's so good because she just can't help herself and she
Mhm.
won't let things go. Like she does, like she will make you continue talking about it. Like people, like literally, Sonia will be like, "All right, it's fine, it's settled, like all good," and then it'll be quiet at the table for 2 minutes, and she'll be like, "Another thing I want to tell you,
Oh,
another thing
no.
I want you to know," and like that's the level of what we're looking at with Dorinda.
Okay, that's great to hear because to
Mhm.
me, this sounds like a person who we're going to enjoy seeing at the round table. If
Yes.
okay,
Like I
okay.
said, she's going to be such a fun traitor hunter. I do think like Dorinda's not stupid. And
Mhm.
she's a smart woman. I just don't think that she has like the like game sense in her. You know,
Okay.
like I don't think that she's like a gamey type person. Like Phaedra has game sense. You know, like Phaedra
Mhm.
knows what to do. And I don't know that Dorinda has like that like bone in her. Everybody who's a big Housewives lover, who I've been like, so what do you think about Dorinda on Traitors? They're like, oh my god, I'm so excited to see her on Traitors, but she's gonna be horrible at it.
Okay, so not okay. So this is exciting for me because especially coming off the heels of Traders Canada season 2, loud and wrong faithfuls are quickly becoming my love language on this
Yeah.
show.
I mean, I
Uh
think that that's exactly what we're looking at with Dorinda.
Perfect. Okay.
I do think that she will catch a few. Like I also don't think she's gonna be loud and wrong every single time. Like I
Okay.
don't think that it's not giving helpless like Sheree. You know, Sheree just like
Oh my
you
god.
know it's not giving that, but it is like she'll definitely probably catch one or two, but she's the type of person who I do think like will zone in on someone and be like they are a traitor. And even if they're not, like she'll never get over it.
Okay. So my next question for you is there are other housewives on this season as well. Now,
Mhm.
last season we saw some of the Bravo celebs get together and try and work together or at least not vote against each other.
Mhm.
Is Dorinda, to your knowledge, friends with anybody else that's on this cast?
So not to my knowledge, but the thing you have to understand about the Bravo Labs is that like they all hang out together. Like they have like BravoCon every year
Mhm.
and like everybody goes to Vegas and hangs out. Like it's very much like how the gamers all sort of know of each other, except they have built-in events where everybody goes and parties. Like it would be like if there was a like CBS reality TV conference every single year that wasn't like, give kids the world, like a charity thing that everybody goes to. If it was like specifically for fans of CBS reality shows to go, or like any real, traders, whatever, like
Hosted by the main people.
hosted by Jeff Probst. Like
Yeah.
if Jeff Probst hosted like a reality TV con for all of the like competitors to go to every single year, like that's what these Bravo Labs life are like. Like that they all know each other at least referentially. And Dorinda went on they do this thing on Bravo now called Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip where they take
Yes.
basically like all the all-stars of housewives and shove them in a villa for a week somewhere tropical and like let the sparks fly. So she knows like a couple of Jersey housewives from that. Like she definitely knows a lot of these people.
So I'm looking at the list for the Ultimate Girls Trip. She was on a season with Phaedra,
Mhm.
with Tamra Judge, with Brandy
Mhm.
Glant. So she's been on a season with a bunch of people who've already played this game.
Exactly. But the thing is, Pooya, I'm sure she called them beforehand. But
Surely.
what but what advice do you think that those people gave her? other than Phaedra. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think Brandy Glanville told her? What do you think Tamra Judge told? Like they're not giving her like, okay, so this is the strategy to be a winning faithful is to figure out who the traitor is, and then but like they're not telling her that.
What do you? So are you saying you know what they're telling her?
No, but it's the
But you know
blind,
that.
Pooya. Come on. Let's be real. Let's be realistic here.
Hey, I'm being a little imaginative. I don't know. Maybe there's like a whole strategy session that went down. We'll never know.
Yeah, and I could see them being like, stick with the Bravo people, make an alliance, etc. And that's the thing, Dorinda. I feel like, oh, if she's in an alliance, she's in that freaking alliance. You know what I mean?
Loyal
Like,
to the alliance.
oh yeah, she's a very loyal person. Very loyal. Mhm.
Okay. So what else can you tell me about some of maybe her like high points on her stint on Housewives?
I mean, I told you about like a lot of the fights, a lot of the there's like this there's this episode of Housewives
Okay.
where it was Halloween and she was dressed as like she was in this like bubble dress, and it was the person
Okay.
who created all of the costumes for SNL.
Mhm.
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up a
Please
photo of
do.
it to send to you. Dorinda Medley bubble costume. Um, so she was like she was in this bubble costume, and she was so Lady Gaga, and it was the person on SNL who created all the costumes, and she was so drunk all night that they had like this whole montage of her being like, and this is the person, SNL did this, SNL. And by the end of the night, like all of the bubbles had fallen off. Hold
Oh
on, let me
my
see if I
God.
can
Yeah, what?
find.
Because I'm picturing like soccer bubble, but I don't think that's what you're
No, no,
telling
no,
me
no, no, no,
at
no.
all.
Let me see if I can send you just at least like the she's just like so fun. And that's the thing, she's had some really rough moments on the show because she can get sauced, like I said, but she is at the end of the day, like, in my opinion, like, I love Dorinda, she's like a lovely lady. um but she does Halloween, like she's like a Halloween lady. I think that she's gonna be really, really fun on the show. And I think that she's gonna, like, is she gonna be our strategic queen? No. Is she going to be beautiful reality TV? Absolutely. I could see her being somebody who the traitors want to kill once she starts getting a little loud. But I could
Mhm.
also, like I said, see her being somebody that if the traitors can, really make it work with her, that they might be like, come on, you come with me and let me MJ you here.
Yeah, I definitely am getting that vibe, but I'm very excited because if you're going to present good TV, that's all I can ask for.
I
I'm
mean,
not necessarily asking for like a game-breaking strategy person to pull up. We have plenty of those. But if you can
mhm.
provide entertainment, okay, well, this is as big as it's going to get. But okay, so these are bubbles along the lines. This is not what I envisioned. So you're saying these all popped at some point?
No, they like fell off.
Oh my God.
And
Oh, so
at the end of the night, she was just in like a nude bodysuit, was like carrying her hair. It was just
a
she's
mess.
she's everything to me. I love her.
So I'm also noticing the fingerless gloves are a part
Mm.
of her look. This
Oh
isn't
my
just
god,
for the
you're
Traitors
right.
portrait.
You're
Yeah.
right. She is like, she's fine, She is I mean, her hair is like, she has her iconic, sort of like Kris Jenner style hair, except it's bleach blonde.
Hmm.
And I think that she's gonna be really like, she's somebody who I can see getting along well with somebody like Brittany, but she's
Hmm.
somebody who I could see like not getting along well with. I think she's gonna really like Jeremy because, one, who doesn't like Jeremy,
Easy.
and like she's the type of person who, like, that warm sort of loving energy she'll be really enjoy. I think that she sometimes has issues with people who are like take up a ton of space in a room. Like, I'm interested to see how she reacts to Tony.
I was just about to say, what about
I
Tony?
and I don't, I don't
Although,
know. Where's Tony from again? Boston?
is he from Jersey? Okay.
Okay, so if he's from Jersey, like, there's like the
No.
same.
Am I messing this up?
I think he is from Jersey. I think you're
Let's see. Oh God. A lot of fact. Yeah, Jersey City, New Jersey. There we go.
yeah, like them being from the same sort of area, I think that that's something that will hold weight with Dorinda. I just am like, I just think if you're thinking Dorinda is going to be the traitor of all traitors and outwit Danielle Reyes, like, I mean, let's get real here, folks.
You think keep looking? Is that what you're
I'm
saying?
saying keep looking.
Keep it moving.
Dorinda is not the adversary to Danielle Reyes.
Okay. So let's do a final. I want to get a couple predictions out of you for Dorinda.
Okay.
Who do you think is going to be Dorinda's closest ally? Whether she's working with them or she fully trusts them, who is someone she's going to gravitate towards the closest one?
I really think like, oh God, I don't know. I'm like, is it gonna be like Boston Rob? Like,
You genuinely think Boston Rob is the one?
No. I think it'll probably be Dolores from Jersey because she
Like-
knows like people who've been on shows with her. Like, I think she'll stick to her Bravo crew.
Okay. Who do you think is going to be her biggest enemy? To the point where she's yelling at this person at the table, accusing them hard.
You know who I think that she really will not like?
Who?
I think that she will not like Tom Sandoval. I think she won't.
I don't think she's in the minority on that one, low-key.
I know, but I think that like his like squirreliness, like I unfortunately think, and now I don't want to like moving on whoever's talking about Tom Sandoval, his turf, but I do unfortunately feel like this season is going to be like a lot of Tom Sandoval. I just have a feeling that he's going to be taking up a lot of space and the traitors will want to keep him around for a while. Like I just feel like people are going to react really negatively to him and automatically want him out. And that will mean he'll be protected. Like, I just see that story for him. I don't know why, but
I think that's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Or he could go by the way of Johnny Bananas, who goes out immediately. And then
you're right.
who we expected to have a lot of storyline gets clipped immediately. So it's entirely possible.
Man, I forgot Johnny Bananas was on the Traitors. That's
I would have, but he wouldn't let you forget it.
No, I know. It's so fun that he wants to be on it so bad.
So badly. This is what he covets. Okay. Is there anything else on Dorinda that we need to let the people know about? Okay, how about this? Last thing to say, give them the quick, like 30-second TLDR pitch on why they should be pumped for Dorinda being on the show.
Okay, too long, didn't read. Dorinda is a iconic housewife who speaks her mind, says what she thinks, does not hold back. She is not a dum-dum, but she's also not the brightest bulb in the bunch. So she's right in that sweet spot of like can be manipulated, but not in the way where you're like, wow, the person manipulating her is good, and not in the way where you're like, she is so dumb. Like there is, I do think, a difference. She is going to be such a fun traitor hunter because she will take it really personally when her best friend is inevitably murdered. And she will give beautiful betrayed faces. She will give beautiful betrayed faces.
And I would like to add my own prediction. I think she drinks from the poison chalice and gets murdered that way, the way that Ekin Su did once upon a time.
I don't know. I also
that's what you're telling me.
I see Dorinda like having like strategy discussions with an alliance and then having one too many and letting it spill. What they're thinking. That's what I see.
Okay, keep them guessing. That's what I'm looking for. So
keep them guessing.
Yeah. And I was gonna ask, how is she in the confessional game?
Amazing. I mean, all the housewives are fabulous at giving confessionals. Like that's the point of having these Bravo people on the show, right? Like they know what they're doing. Their entire show basically is confessionals. She's a fabulous person to have in the DR. Like a lot of these gamers, I mean, the people who are on Traitors are like the all-stars, right? But like a lot of these game body people, the people who are really good, like aren't necessarily like Derek is not lighting up everybody's world in the DR the way that Dorinda can read somebody down.
Okay. Well, Maggie, thank you so much for giving us your time and giving us the lowdown on Dorinda. Let the people know, though, where can they find you? What are the things that you're going to be working on?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at @MLMorgan_. You can also find me on Blue Sky.
We got her back. We got her
You
back.
did for now until somebody's mean to me, and then I'll delete it again. But Blue Sky at @MLMorgan.
Perfect. Thank you, Maggie. This was a delight. And also thank you because for those of you who may not know, when the cast dropped over the summer and we did our emergency pod, I had all my housewives information because Maggie sent me 2 rapid voice notes with all the info I needed, the TLDR of my own. So thank you. Y'all can find me on Blue Sky, on Twitter at Pooyaism. Find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Pooya. Look for my other projects. I'm talking about 90 Day. Masked Singer will have been done by the time we're done this, but just check out 90 Day. Check out the Traitors Canada season 2 before this begins. That podcast, all that stuff, the exits. Good time. We've locked it all up. And catch you on the next one tomorrow. Till then, take care. Have a good one. Bye.